My fellow Sonic fans, there is a God.
How are you not dead?
I have no idea!
Paramount actually stuck with their promise. And today, they revealed this lovely piece to us.
I'm Sonic, a little ball of super energy in an extremely handsome package.
I mean, I want you to look at this. Look at this design. It finally has the cartoony appearance that we have been wanting, but yet it has the sleek shine that CGI is supposed to offer. I don't care at this point if it doesn't look like the modern, basically 3D Sonic that we've been used to with the modern games. This design, to me, looks like it's the 3D version of what 2D Sonic would look like. And regardless, I think that's better. Much, much better than basically this monstrosity that we had before.
Meow?
And all that Paramount had to do was basically push back the movie premiere date, which was supposed to be, I think, this month, now that I think about it, to basically February of 2020, which honestly is really not that far of a wait anyway. And besides, when they said they were gonna redesign Sonic anyway, I expected them to take like a whole entire year in order to do so. This was quick. Surprisingly quick. So, it now raises the question, why didn't Paramount do this the first time? In short, why was Paramount so adamant about working with this ugly design? They were about to bet the entire studio's lifeline and money on it until basically the Sonic fandom got very irate. Actually, I was talking to two coworkers at work about this today after I told them, and they saw the new trailer to the movie, which they basically all agreed, oh my god, this is a million times better than the first product we got. So, one of them said first that basically the whole first design of Sonic was all a marketing ploy. Let's be honest with ourselves, when we first saw that trailer, when we first saw the 3D Sonic, or basically even the silhouette of what the 3D Sonic was supposed to look like for this movie, we were not impressed. In fact, I think we all had a giant allergic reaction to the designs and the trailer when they first came out. And basically, all the reception that people gave to this movie was extremely negative. People were still talking about it, but it was extremely negative. And I think Paramount was okay with people talking about it, but then they soon realized, oh crud, if we release this movie with the quality that it has now, basically all the comments of everyone saying the same thing, this movie is going to bomb. So then, basically, weeks later after the trailer was released, Paramount announced that they were going to push back or delay the release of the film in theaters because they were going to redesign the character to the pleasure and the appealment of basically all the angry Sonic fans that they set ablaze. However, people were not exactly thrilled about this either, because they're like, okay, if you're gonna redesign the character, what exactly are you gonna do with it? You don't think that Paramount is obviously gonna make the character more cartoony, like, to match the original design. Like, this is Hollywood we're talking about. We don't think that they're that forgiving. I mean, look what they did to the Super Mario Brothers in the 90s. Oh my god, that was a disaster. But then we end up with the new design, and all of us were extremely floored. We did not see this design coming at all. And so close to the original Sonic either. We were like, excuse me? Like, this has to be a joke, right? This has to be some cruel, sick joke. Like, this can't be the design that evolved from this to this. But then it turns out it was true, because apparently I didn't know about this, but just about a week ago, apparently pictures of the new Sonic design were leaked. I'm guessing no one really knew about it, except for some people. Because first of all, I didn't hear of this. I would have been the first person to hear of this. My sister would have been the first person to hear of this. My friends at work would have been the first to hear of this. My best friend back in Florida would have heard of this. But nobody knew about it. So basically this morning, when I was scrolling through YouTube and basically I saw the words Sonic the Hedgehog 2020 trailer, I was completely caught by surprise. I was like, really? They released it already? I thought it would take them longer. So basically, yes, if it was marketing of basically using old Sonic as a ploy to get people talking about it, so by the time they release the new design, the audience would be more hyped for this movie, I guess it did work, because now I'm seeing that all the memes that everyone's talking about is like, oh, we're going to see this movie now because they finally gave us the design that we were promised. At the same time, though, I don't think that was Paramount's real intentions at all. Because first of all, in order to redo the CGI, that probably costs so much money to do. Especially after you spent so much money on the original design, which I honestly don't know how much that would cost, but I can tell you in the movie business, CGI animation is a lot. They say regular CGI is like cheaper than making it look like 2D animation nowadays, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. But in my personal opinion, if we're going to talk about a business standpoint for Paramount, why would they risk spending so much money on one design that was so bad, so butt hideous, that if it got just enough hate from its potential audience, that if they got just the right amount, they're gonna spend more money making an entirely new character for the title character of their film? Are they willing to risk that much money to basically might be able to have a huge box office success when the movie finally comes out next year? To me, the better play would be to spend less money on a really, really good design in the first place and end up with a mighty box office hit later than rather spend so much money on a horrible design and spend much more of your budget money to probably earn the same amount that you might earn the first time. The second reason that my coworkers came up with was basically the old classic artistic liberties with what to do with a property when making their own Americanized Hollywood spin on it. That basically the first design was obviously of their own making.
We all make choices, but that was a choice.
This one I kind of believe more, because if you know anything about Hollywood, or at least of these days, they care more about the money that comes out of a nostalgic property rather than keeping the artistic integrity of that said property. I mean, come on, have you seen Star Wars and Jurassic World? They're basically rehashes of the first product, except with some fresh new coat of paint. But with this movie, I cannot explain who thought the first Sonic design was a good idea. I guess that's for a future interview, I guess. But for now, I really cannot tell you what artistic liberty or what choice was best fit, or making that design the best fit. I just don't get it.
Choices.
So, with that said, it sounds like everyone else is finally going to see this movie because, like I said, Paramount kept up their promises. So, does that mean that I'll go see it?
At the place Sonic! At the Pitcher's Mound, also Sonic! Ugh, I can't with that guy.
Maybe. I mean, just because they changed the design of the character doesn't mean they changed the plot, whatever that's going to be. Like, it sounds like everyone's chasing after Sonic because they want to know why he runs so fast and blah, whatever nonsense. Like, my sister said it best. You can tell this is really aimed towards children, even though I don't understand what live-action film would be aimed towards children these days. It didn't work in the past. It's kind of not gonna work now.
You're right. It was lame. Gift shop was cool, though.
And also, Jim Carrey is still holding the torch for making this movie work.
I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk.
Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them!
And, when was the last time he was in anything good?
Oh! Give me a big fat break!
At the end of the day, if I decide to go see this movie, it'll most likely be on a whim. I would probably have to drag my little sister to go see it, but she's not as big of a Sonic fan as I am, so either that or I might have to go by myself. So those were basically my thoughts on the new Sonic design, which still reign awesome. I'm not getting over this and basically the memes that come with it. So if you guys have your own thoughts about the Sonic movie or the new trailer, the new design, and I know you do have opinions, make sure you put them down in the comments below so we can start a conversation about it. And please tell me if you plan on going to see this movie or not, and give your reasons for as to why. Did the new trailer change your mind? Were you about to go see it anyway? Like, whatever it is, I'd like to know. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more in the future, and make sure you check out my past stuff. I'm Cait, and it's been real. Ciao!